And for the last character of, well, the last new character for Marvel Future Fight, White Fox. No, that's not Fox. Wrong Fox. White Fox. I have no idea who she is, but honestly, she looks incredibly good. Like, just look at that outfit. And it's like the tails are all digital, I guess, or like holograms or something. Like, dude, like, it's like 5 tails. So, according to the info, she brings the mystical powers of the nine-tailed fox to the battlefield. But there's only 5 tails. So is this like a Naruto thing or something? Like, if she goes like mad, like the tails will start coming out, and she'll gain like more power until like the ninth one comes out and destroy, and like becomes like the actual nine-tailed fox. Okay, I should stop with the Naruto references. Anyway, speed type character. And you get her by doing heroic quest, and I honestly hate heroic quest. I hate them. After I did the one with Arachnite, I don't want to do heroic quest ever again, because it's basically epic. Well, I'll talk about more on that later. Anyway, her stats at tier 2. As soon as I click, as soon as past me clicks, her stats, it has her physical attack at tier 2, her stats is like 6700 or 6750. Her physical defense is 4500, her energy defense is 4300, which this is a speed type character at tier 2. Think about that versus a universal type character, Glass Cannon. Anyway, at max potential, her physical attack caps out at 7600. Wow. And her physical defense caps out at 5300, while her energy defense caps out at 5000. Her HP caps around 18,000. This is roughly, and this is before the ISO 8 and the custom gears and all that kicks in. Her first one. Increases all debuffs effect by 40% and decreases debuff duration by 24%. I would say this is bad, but this increases the debuff effects by 40%. And it applies to all allies as well. So, despite having that typical one, she also has a good one with it, which is how things should be. And because most of the characters, like I said before, a lot of the characters are pretty much hindered by this leader passive. It's like they could be so much better if their leader passive wasn't decreases debuff duration by 24%. I mean, imagine how great Wolverine would be if that wasn't his passive. Like if he had a better passive. Imagine the possibilities. Anyway, hopefully past me will get off this, because I think I talked about this for a long time. Like I said, this is a post commentary, and before I was recording and I was just talking a lot of smack. I was talking a lot of smack about this. Okay, so the next passive, the normal passive, when attacking, applies to enemies, incapacitation, removes active buffs from target for 4 seconds, deals 15% bleed damage for every 1 second for 2 seconds, cooldown time of 1 second. So pretty much one punch and bleed damage again. Like every time she hits you, bleed damage. Tier 2 passive applies to all allies with leadership. Increases damage dealt to supervillain type characters by 60%. This is kind of weird, and I don't really understand how this exactly applies. does this mean that she has to be the leader, or does this mean that she can just be on the team and then she'll give this buff to whoever's the leader, along with their leader passive? I don't exactly understand that one, but that sounds like a good thing, being able to be a super villain killer. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say. Anyway, skill 1. Skill 1, as soon as I click, I'm kind of is physical damage. Skill 2, entombs the enemy in rocks, which I haven't seen that in a while. I think it was I can't think of. I know Calasius does it, and there's that one Inhuman character that also does it. They both you have the entomb the enemy in rocks for a couple seconds. So that's a unique debuff to add. The next I really can't think of her name, and I spent time trying to think about it. And it's also a physical attack, so it's not an energy attack. The next one, Spirit Fox, deals 15% bleed damage every 1 second. So stack that on with her passive already. Like, stack on another bleed damage. Soul Snatcher recovers 0.5% HP recovery. That's kind of weird. Attack increased by 5%. Speed increased by 5%. Critical rate increased by 5%. Removes incapacitation for 10 seconds. 50% immunity to all chance immunity to all damage. Physical damage 90% of physical attack, with an additional 142 physical damage. It's kind of weird to see 0.5 HP recovery. I'm so used to seeing 1% or 5%. Anyway, last skill, the Nine-Tailed Fox. Charm for 5 seconds. We haven't seen Charm in ages. Charm was Enchantress's thing. Charm was literally Enchantress's thing. Which basically, if I remember how Charm worked, it was like, no, I don't remember how Charm worked, because I believe in this game, well, from what I saw, what Charm did is like, it basically attracts the enemies to you. Like, they can't control themselves, and they just walk towards you. So they're making themselves sitting ducks. From what I remember, I thought, and I believe it was from Enchantress, is like, basically once she hit you with that, like, you couldn't move. It was like, ah, crap. Like, it felt like Pokemon. It felt like Pokemon's whole charm thing, or infatuation, where it was like, at random times, like, you would just not get your attack out. So that's what I thought, like, what Charm did here was like, okay, at random times, like, you would just stop attacking, or you would just stop moving and make yourself a sitting duck. I don't know. I don't know this game. I'm just a casual player. So, yeah, that is her skill set. I mean, I think the great thing here is that for a speed type character, and obviously the way she looks, the speed type character, she has 7,600 attack power. I mean, yes, at max potential, but this is a speed type character. That's not common. Anyway, her team ups, well, did I look at her team ups yet? No, I haven't. Please, oh, we're gonna preview the skills. Come on, future me. Get a move on, like, come on. Okay, yep, click, thank you. There we go. So, here she comes in with this intro, and that, it like, looks like she's just sucking in the soul of, like, the Nine-Tailed Fox or something. Anyway. Zooming in, from far away, she comes in with a claw swipe, and then her normal attack is just blah, blah. It's just so many punches and kicks, and it has such pushback. I mean, did you see that pushback? Like, just look at it. Look at it, like, it's pushing the enemy back so far. Like, I'm already liking her far more than Quicksilver. So her skill 1, she basically swipes a couple of times and throws like a baton, and it starts spinning for a bit. So it's kind of a good battery move, I would say. And also, like, you get the skill 2. This is where she encases you in rocks, and I'm guessing that's like the 9 tails like popping up through the ground or something, or maybe that's like a fox claw. It's hard to tell. Like, I'm thinking that's 5 fingers. It's hard to tell. But yeah, like you're encased in stone. That's the main point. Skill 3, she summons a bunch of foxes to to basically kill you. And yeah, they're all over the place, so could even get somebody that's like stray up that hasn't even been aggroed yet off screen. Skill 4, she charges through you and then charges up, I guess, an attack or like orbs or something, and just shoots everywhere. Like it has a good charge to it. I'm just like, okay. I'm not exactly sure about the whole thing of like being guarding an attack though. Because it looks like you're gonna be a sitting duck like once you start firing out the projectiles. Anyway, skill 5. It just starts clawing around everywhere and it's just bam. And it's like, now you're in love. So I believe the charge just stops you in your tracks. I believe that's all it does. It's like, it just stops you in your tracks for a couple seconds. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I've only seen it on Enchantress, and I don't really know anybody that uses an Enchantress anymore. So yeah, that's her skill set. And pretty much that's pretty much it for the characters. I want to give like the whole character best character to come out in this patch to Crescent, but like I said before, I think she works best on paper. I want to give it to White Fox. I'm gonna give it to White Fox in terms of like best character. And I'm gonna mention that in the following videos. Did I even look at the team ups? I don't know, or maybe it froze. I don't know. Well, anyway, that is it for all the characters. In the next video, which will not be post-commentary because I actually recorded it with my voice, we'll look at the new uniforms. So until then, see you later.